The Kansas City Chiefs are making serious moves. Alec Pierce might be their next big target. Trade rumors are heating up, and Kansas City is quietly rebuilding its offense, with or without Travis Kelce. Patrick Mahomes is also making headlines with what could be the most intense offseason of his career. And whispers are growing around Kelce's potential retirement, which makes the 2025 season a major turning point. Is Kansas City building for one last run with this core, or preparing for a changing of the guard? The first story is the latest round of trade rumors circling around the Kansas City Chiefs, and this one's gaining steam. Since Tyreek Hill left in 2022, the Chiefs have tried to fill the void he left in their receiving core. Rashee Rice has flashed real potential. Xavier Worthy, their rookie pick, adds promise. But the consistent deep threat speed that defined the Hill era hasn't returned. In response, Kansas City signed Marquise Hollywood Brown across 2 off-seasons. But Brown turns 28 before week 1. For a speed-first receiver, age matters. That's where Alec Pierce enters the picture. According to reports, the Chiefs are being floated as a landing spot for Pierce. The 24-year-old Colts wideout is entering the final year of his rookie contract. Indianapolis has other young talent: Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs, and Adonai Mitchell, making Pierce potentially expendable. In 2024, Pierce averaged 22.3 yards per reception. He finished with 824 yards on just 37 catches. Over his first 2 seasons, he averaged 14.5 and 16.1 yards per catch. Those numbers back up his reputation as a true vertical threat. Insiders suggest Kansas City could be interested if the Colts are willing to deal. A mid-round pick might get the deal done. The Colts haven't signaled they're shopping him, but they haven't shut the door either. There's logic behind the fit. Mahomes thrives with vertical threats. Given that, Pierce's length and speed let him stretch the field. Now, pairing him with Rice's short yardage skill and Worthy's burst could give Mahomes a complete arsenal. Even if Brown stays healthy, Pierce adds another layer to Kansas City's attack. He wouldn't need to be a starter on day 1, but the upside would be difficult to ignore if Brett Veach wants to gamble on a young, cost-effective option. Sources also floated another name, and this one raised eyebrows. Dallas Goedert, the Eagles' tight end, has 1 year left on his deal. One Sports Illustrated piece suggested Kansas City as a potential trade partner. A deal could involve a 4th-round pick. Goedert isn't a Kelce replacement, but he could support the offense if Kelce steps away. The idea is hypothetical, and most analysts call it a long shot. Financial constraints complicate the picture. Kansas City already carries significant cap commitments, especially at tight end. Still, the connection holds intrigue. If the Chiefs are preparing for life after Kelce, Goedert offers immediate value and a smoother transition. That could explain why his name surfaced at all. Trade season always brings unlikely rumors, but this one felt different. Kansas City rarely leaks information. When a name surfaces this widely, insiders believe there's usually a reason. They may not land Pierce. They may not even offer, but signs point to serious consideration. The team has relied heavily on in-house development, but that's changing. Speed is a premium asset in the AFC arms race. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Buffalo, every major contender has at least one field stretcher. Kansas City might be next to add another, and if they do, it could come sooner than expected. The NFL draft is weeks away. Every call, every rumor, and every possible fit starts to matter more. The Chiefs already surprised fans last year with a deal for Mecole Hardman mid-season. A similar swing before training camp would shock nobody, especially if the front office sees a chance to boost Mahomes' toolbox without overpaying. There's no confirmation from either team yet. However, sources close to the situation haven't denied interest either. That's what makes this moment different. Kansas City doesn't move unless it makes sense. They don't gamble without a calculated risk. Alec Pierce fits that mold. He's fast, inexpensive, productive, and quietly available. So now the question becomes timing. Will Kansas City make a move before the draft? Will they hold off and hope Pierce hits the trade block later? Or will they stay put and focus on internal development again? The second story is about Patrick Mahomes and what he's doing after the Super Bowl loss to Philadelphia. Mahomes didn't take a break. He returned to work immediately, according to those close to the situation. Multiple reports suggest he has been holding private throwing sessions in Texas with offensive teammates. Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and Marquise Brown have all attended those workouts throughout March and early April. Sources say Mahomes has been reviewing film from the entire 2024 season, including post-season games and red zone failures. He is reportedly dissecting pressure reads and pre-snap movement from every third down throw made last year. Inside the facility, whispers say Mahomes is tweaking his footwork to create cleaner throwing lanes under pressure. The changes include shifting his plant angle and tightening his release to add more velocity in short windows. He's also reportedly collaborating with quarterbacks coach David Girardi to simulate new looks based on 2025 opponents. This level of preparation isn't uncommon for Mahomes, but insiders say the urgency feels higher than previous off-seasons. He's also pushing for early chemistry. Sources say Mahomes invited rookies and undrafted receivers before Phase 1 began. That decision surprised members of the staff, who confirmed Mahomes had never initiated sessions this early before. His involvement in offensive adjustments is growing. Players have reportedly described him as more vocal than ever and obsessed with timing details this spring. Coaches in Arrowhead say Mahomes has been leading walkthroughs even when position coaches weren't scheduled to attend. The team isn't required to report until later in April, but Mahomes is already shaping the offensive tempo early. Physical training is also ramping up. Mahomes has reportedly added lean muscle without sacrificing lateral quickness. His focus seemingly shifted from pure agility to core balance drills and shoulder recovery after late season wear. Every year brings a new version of Mahomes. This year, he's chasing more efficiency and less improvisation. His deep ball remains strong, but insiders say he's focused on eliminating risk in compressed scoring situations. And this version of Mahomes, structured, urgent, methodical, might be the most dangerous one yet. The third story is the question hovering over Kansas City all offseason. Will Travis Kelce finally retire? Kelce turns 36 this year, and that number matters in a league that rarely favors aging tight ends. He has played through knee soreness, back tightness, and ankle issues across the past 2 seasons. Despite those setbacks, Kelce still produced 984 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns in the 2024 regular season. He added 355 yards and 3 scores in the playoffs, including 2 touchdowns in the divisional round. No official word has come from Kelce about retirement, though. He has said he remains focused on the 2025 season. Insiders say the Chiefs are preparing contingency options in case Kelce decides to walk away next offseason. One name floated in media circles is Dallas Goedert. He has 1 year left on his current deal and offers a similar possession skill set in short yardage windows. Trading for a tight end while keeping Kelce would raise cap concerns, says analysts. Kelce continues to appear in off-field ventures, including TV appearances and brand collaborations outside football. He co-hosted Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity?, an upcoming Prime Video game show announced in April 2025. Earlier this year, he filmed commercials for Experian and Pfizer, both released before the Super Bowl. His relationship with Taylor Swift brought global attention during the 2023 and 2024 seasons, which led to widespread media coverage. Insiders say Kelce is weighing football against business opportunities that could span broadcasting, fashion, and live entertainment. Teammates have acknowledged his leadership remains strong, describing his locker room voice as unmatched during the 2024 postseason. He continues to attend early meetings and off-season workouts, even while other veterans remain away from team facilities. No one inside the building has confirmed a timeline, and the Chiefs have not addressed his contract situation publicly. Kelce's current deal runs through the 2025 season. It carries a $16.5 million cap hit per over the cap. Cutting or trading him would create significant dead money unless restructured, which sources say hasn't yet been discussed. If he retires before the season starts, Kansas City would likely lean on Noah Gray and possibly add another veteran. Gray had 305 receiving yards last season and started 2 games in Kelce's absence early in the year. Rookie tight ends are also expected to be available in the middle rounds of the 2025 NFL Draft. If Kelce chooses to play this season, it could represent one final run toward a 4th championship ring. He remains Mahomes' top target and the player most responsible for keeping third downs alive across multiple playoff runs. That role can't be replaced overnight, regardless of who's added to the roster or drafted this month. Insiders haven't confirmed anything definitive, but the tone around Kelce's future has started to feel more uncertain. He isn't fading on the field, but he's starting to explore life beyond football in real time. The organization understands that, and front office moves suggest long-term considerations behind the current off-season strategy. This may not be Kelce's last performance, but the stage is being set for that possibility to arrive soon. That's the full picture. Trade calls happening behind closed doors, Mahomes rebuilding from the ground up, and Kelce's future uncertain. The Chiefs could be entering their most unpredictable season yet. Subscribe now, because if Kansas City really is changing everything, you'll want to say you saw it coming.